All right, I want to make sure my audio is working before I talking. Um, I'm using a microphone. I've never went live on this channel before. Um, so bear with me before I start this thing on up. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of people on YouTube is not talking about this shit whatsoever. As far as what I feel like needs to be said, I feel like a lot of people on YouTube is really in general just wasting a bunch of time talking about a bunch of bullshit just for viewership purposes. And I really feel like a lot of stuff that's being said online is highly disrespectful. Um, Let me see this right here. Okay, yeah, my audio is working perfectly. I don't know how long this live is going to be. Um, and then I also, from what I've seen, that like a lot of the more popular YouTubers, they're not really in the music industry. So, you know, a lot of shit that they have to say doesn't even really fucking matter. And it's really fucking irritating and it's really disrespectful for a lot of people to be saying what they're saying online, blaming Quavo for no fucking reason at all. It's just highly, very fucking disrespectful, in my opinion. Now, um, if you haven't been on my channel before, my name is Composure. I'm in the music industry. Been in the industry for over 20 years, man. Longer than that. Did a lot of stuff behind the scenes. You can even check out my YouTube, and you can see a lot of footage from me on various tours, on stage, behind the scenes, uh, backstage, all kind of stuff. And I haven't been putting up content in a while, but I really feel like I need to put this out there. I really ultimately just feel like the Migos was betrayed. No matter what, if it's just like this, if you have children and you let your children go spend a night at somebody's house and something happens to them, the parents are highly responsible for whatever happens to your child, no matter fucking what went on. And for them to be invited out there into Houston, um, and they came out of complete love and respect for the people that they went out there with. They didn't charge them. They went out there out of love and generosity and just wanted to have a good time with people that they thought they were friends. And I just feel like that because they had such a good heart, they they were just betrayed by people that didn't really have their best interest in life. No matter what, it's like that Judas thing. You have affiliations with people, and spend time with them and all that kind of shit. But a lot of people out here be plotting, and when you are in a certain position in life, like the Migos, you gotta really understand and honor your position, because people out here really want your position, and they don't really care about what they would do to get it, or what it would take to have it. And it's been a, a big controversy surrounding the individuals that they went out there to hang out with. And ultimately, as we could see how the events unfolded, that they were vastly unprotected, no protection whatsoever, went out there, had their guard down, significantly lower than how they would normally move around. And it's just highly unfortunate. I'm seeing people blaming Quavo, talking about why he got into an argument, and it's his fault for being talking back. It's like, what the fuck? Like, every human on this planet has the right to defend themselves, especially if somebody is disrespecting you or saying some things. Like, no one is above out here being checked, irregardless of your position in life. And that's highly disrespectful to say, well, if Quavo didn't say whatever he said to certain individuals that was shown in the video, it would have never happened. Like, you cannot say that. You cannot absolutely say that at all whatsoever, and it's highly disrespectful because his own family member lost his life. And then I've seen people talking about, oh, why did he leave Takeoff when gunshots, like, he didn't leave nobody. When gunshots start popping off, it's almost, I don't want to say every man, it's almost like every man for himself. You gotta duck, run, hide. I'm seeing all kinds of shit. Oh, well, if somebody got shot, oh, we gonna shoot everybody. We're gonna do this, that, and the third. This is like a whole bunch of nonsense online. It's just like people just are saying anything online, and it's like, it's very unfortunate that, you know that we got these kind of people out here that think this all this fucking shit. Like, and then they want to drop all this conspiracy type shit. They want to, oh, did you see they last video, the messy video? Look at like, people constantly want to point finger. I want to just say people, niggas are constantly wanting to point fingers at everything else but themselves. That's the problem that we have as a people right now. A high majority of us constantly keep trying to look to blame other things, other people, or whatever, just to take off the blame off of themselves. You did and a lot of you people that's talking about the symbology and what was going on in certain music videos and shit, you people have no idea what you're talking about when it comes to occult information and spirituality. People want to throw Illuminati and all this other shit out there, but they have no idea about secret societies, who's a part of it, and where that shit come from. Because if you truly know, there are no melanated group of people behind any of that type of conspiracy or Illuminati or secret society type of shit. What you have out here is a bunch of niggas who are trying to bully themselves in the industry and motherfucking extort people for no fucking reason at all. Everybody is talking about, oh, this check-in shit down there. You don't hear or see them niggas going to the country music artists talking about they got to comply to they how whatever to be able to function out there. Doesn't happen. What you have is a bunch of people who don't care about nobody else but themselves within a particular group and section of the industry, who are trying to take advantage of people. And at the same time, you have people, part of people's entourages, who don't really care about nothing else but themselves and will take advantage of you full throttle. And so when you moving out here, you gotta move. You gotta move a certain kind of way. You cannot move like a regular person. It's like, how in the fuck they should not have been interacting with just a bunch of regular ass people that's not really in the industry. And the people that they went out there with, that's from that town, left them severely unprotected. And those people that they was with should have stepped in immediately to remove them from that situation, to calm down tension, and to make sure that no matter where they go to and from, I don't give a fuck if it's to the bathroom, I don't give a fuck if it's to the fucking somewhere to get some food. You gotta protect your people that you say you love at all costs. And it just shows you that you got older niggas taking advantage of younger niggas, of their friend, of their out of the good, they young niggas that got a good heart is just getting blindly taken advantage of one way or another. And it's fucked up. Motherfuckers think that they're friends with people, and then ultimately, and that's how they get you. But that's how a lot of setups come from, people that you know, that you feel like you're tight and close with. And they already say it's friction between younger generations and older generations. But after this situation, young niggas are never going to trust older niggas ever again, rather if it's in the industry or not, because Migos was a very, very, very highly important and people out here in the music industry. In my opinion, the Migos was the best fucking rap group in history, man. They really was. They really was, man. And it's just it. I feel so I feel so bad for Quavo and his entire family and his friends and other people that was around with them in the, that's tied to their camp. Um, for what they're going through and what they saw from the events of that night. I'm truly bothered by this entire situation. I'm bothered by the death. The graphic video. I can't get that shit out of my fucking head. I can't get none of it out of my head. And it bothers the fuck out of me, bro. Like it really fucking bothers me seeing that. I cannot even fucking imagine how Quavo, just, wow, just I just he saw his own family right there in front of him in that situation, and people are judging him for how he reacted for every little thing that he may have said or done during that, and it's just like I really fucking hate the high amount of disrespect and disregard for someone who saw their own family member lose their life in front of them and seeing everything right there in real time. He will never be the same for the rest of his fucking entire life. And I will always pray for Quavo and his team and his family. And I know how people in the South, me being from California, I know how people in the South, especially melanated people, they are so big on family. So I know that whole entire region of the South are severely going through it. Severely. You know, I just hope people, man, they don't take their life for granted out here. If you in the music industry, you gotta always roll with a serious professional team, especially if you at a very high level like them with top-notch security, like you, the fucking president of the United States at all times. You got to, you got to make it and like very like impossibly difficult for people to, you know, get in contact with you unless authorized and approved. Like every interaction has to be authorized and approved by your team and staff before, and even then, you still got to keep a watchful eye, especially if you don't know certain individuals. And this right here changes the whole entire scope of the music industry when it comes to industry events, concerts, meet and greets, and just rather it's club appearances, walkthroughs. It changes everything, and then this is going to severely impact people in the industry, networking opportunities when it comes to wanting to collaborate or expand their business with other brands and other groups and other people within the music industry, because people are going to be so severely they're not going to trust no fucking body. No one's going to be able to be trusting of anybody, and I understand why. And it's just like damn. I don't know. It's not like a situation where I feel like I have to just say hella words for hella hours on end. I just in my heart, seeing that situation, I just feel like they was betrayed. They was betrayed. I don't give a fuck. No matter fucking what, they was betrayed, and they was left unprotected. And you and in a time of when they was really needed, very few people helped them at all, and they were severely outnumbered. and they walked into it. They didn't even know what they was walking themselves into. That's the fucked up thing about it. They didn't know what they was walking themselves into, surrounded by a whole bunch of people that they didn't know, that was just some grimy fucking niggas, and they got taken advantage of. And it's just a fucking tragedy. Um, I've always loved the Migos. I've always loved the Migos. It's just like, and Takeoff was my favorite. It's like, and people even often used to tell me that I kind of look like Takeoff in a way. And it's just fucked up that I will never get a chance to ever meet that man in my life. And what's crazy is something I didn't know is that he is also a Gemini like me, and then he is also and he also has the same exact birthday as my little sister on June 18th. Like, wow, this is no wonder why I gravitated to him so much. And this is like, people want to talk about all the sacrifice shit. Like, y'all really need to shut the fuck up with that shit. Y'all don't have no understanding about the occult and none of that. And when you talking about the occult, you talking about our ancient fucking sciences as a people. So all that the fucking messy video, it was a fucking haunted house because it was based around the theme of Halloween. Stop looking for other bullshit to try to fit a fucking narrative that is untrue. Like, I'm so fucking, why does when something happens tragically, why does everything have to be a conspiracy or a sacrifice? Now it's a conspiracy when it comes to motherfuckers wanting to plot on individuals for their own fucked up reason. And when it comes to portrayal, and we've seen these situations unfold recently in that same city and state, where a couple other people of high notoriety tragically lost their life as well. I just be aware of your surroundings, be aware of the company you keep, and be aware of everything at all times. They say Takeoff wasn't drinking the whole night, allegedly. And if that's true, I could understand and see why, because it's a high possibility. And they say he wasn't talking to nobody. He was to himself, because he probably was trying to stay full alert of the activities of what's going on and who's around him, especially when you're around strangers. And the number one way people try to get you slipping is when you're high and when you're intoxicated. So somebody has to be sober and full alert to pay attention to fully what's going on, especially when you're around a bunch of strangers, regardless of if you know some of the people, because you never know what a person's true intentions really is in life. And you know what? Another thing, one of the biggest problems I have with people with these platforms is, instead of using their platforms and for good, they want to spend hours on end on talking about a bunch of bullshit theories and all that kind of shit, instead of using this platform or other platforms when they have a huge audience to use it for opportunity to give people the advice and to give people advice and lessons they need to learn in life in order to keep them safe out here when they're moving around in life, so they can protect their life and freedom. But instead, people want to have debates. People want to talk about various theories. People want to jeopardize other people's life and freedom. I've heard people say, oh, get on camera, show your face, and outright blame mob ties for what they have done. I'm like, how you gonna jeopardize fucking regular people's fucking life and livelihood and say some shit that could possibly get them hurt if they putting out false information? Especially, like, no one knows truly how things went on, but yet you have a lot of YouTubers trying to put a lot of people's life at stake. This is YouTubers, like people on YouTube have changed it. This shit has dramatically changed the psychologic of a lot of people who's on this platform that's going to get a lot of these YouTubers killed, bro. Like they are saying some highly disrespectful shit. And one thing about life, especially if you're trying to do shit within the industry, at some point in time, you're going to have to cross paths with people. And you're going to have to live up to and stand up on everything you said about certain people in life. I'm not here to blame no one in particular, but from what I saw, it looks like betrayal. And even if it was some kind of freak accident, they at the very least they're invited, their hosts who invited them should have been there with them every step of the way. So no matter what, the blood is on the hands of the people who invited them out there in the first place, no matter what, because their number one job was to protect them no matter what. This is not about a gang. This is not about a mafia. This is not about some kind of organized type of syndicate type of shit. This is about fucking protecting your loved ones, your friends, especially colleagues within the same field of work that you're in, which is the music industry. These are very high profile artists who are substantially high within the industry. They are supposed to be looked after and protected no matter what, and catered to until the moment they arrive, until the moment they leave, and they were unprotected and left to themselves and left, to hang and dry. And we see that. So, betrayal is real. And, I just don't know what the fuck is going to happen at this point when it comes to the music industry. A while back, I decided to leave the industry. And I recently just, I started doing something that I've always wanted to do, which was always a passion of mine, which was to become a DJ. And it's like right now at this point, I'm like fucking, I don't fucking know, right? I'm like so fucking bothered by this. I don't know. I'm just sorry for the events that took place. Um, it's been very fucking rough for me. Hey, Quavo, man, I love you, man. Migos, the whole entire Migo camp, um, from the DJ to the A&Rs to the management to the assistants, um, to everybody that and to all of the South, Georgia, Atlanta, that whole region. Man, I feel so man, I feel so sorry for y'all. Um, we got to do better as a people, but we also got to make sure that we protect our loved ones even more. And I can't imagine what y'all families is going through. Um, so for like at this point, I just feel like people that's in the music industry, uh, y'all got to continue to move as a unit, well protected, and watch yourselves out here, because it's just shit is real out here. It's really real, man. And I'm not trying to be a super popular type of person on YouTube. I just wanted to share some things, just to say what I had to say, man. I just feel like they was betrayed and taken fucking advantage of. It's fucked up, and I hate to hear and see so much fucking disrespect coming from people on YouTube. And if I ever get a chance to meet some of y'all people affiliated with the Migos, hey man, I would love to have the opportunity to work and share some great value with you guys. Um, when it comes to my skills as well as my advice in life. And you know, I'm from Fillmore, San Francisco, so I know that a lot of people from my hood are were very instrumental on the Migos career, like JT the Bigger Figure and a few others. It's and Zaytoven, because he from Filmo as well. So it's all love, man, with me, for real. Uh, man, stay strong. I'm so sorry this fucking happened. And it's fucking me up as well. Now though although I never knew y'all, never met y'all, and it's just fucked up. And I've done some things with Bone Thugs and Harmony in the past, and I know y'all it was some kind of friction there, but I don't have nothing to do with that shit. You know, um, but I'm just sad about this shit, man. It's fucked up. I wish everybody the best, man. I'm out.